What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the North Shore 9 postgame show brought to you by Primanti Brothers. I'm Neil. I'm with Doug. Doug, the Pirates are now 1-0 in the post-Charlie Hayes Jr. era. How does it feel?
Hey, listen, I keep saying we shouldn't. I'm nervous about trading David Bednar because I'm not sure Isaac Mattson is ready to step up. Trade away, baby. Matson deserves the win and the save for that performance.
Yeah.
And he overcame some very piratey stuff to do it. So, yeah. Hey, look, that we just won 5 out of 6 on a road trip. And I'll say it again: do not count these next 3 Colorado games as a walk in the park, because nothing's a walk in the park for this team.
No.
That being said, it's a good day to fire Ben Cherington.
It's always a great day to fire Ben Cherington. But yeah, I mean, this is the Isaac Mattson game. I feel like he should enjoy the majority of what we talk about today, just because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about really in the lead up to this. But Isaac Mattson, man, let's just jump straight into the bottom.
I could wax poetic on Mike Burrows for a while, but if you insist.
Oh yeah, like Burrows too. Burrows deserves his flowers for sure. Yeah. But I mean, man, like let's just first of all, drop the hashtag raise it. We'll be giving away sandwiches at the end of the show. Make sure you.
I don't remember not giving away sandwiches.
Yeah, but Doug
it's been quite a reversal of fortune. All I've done is give away sandwiches.
Doug and I were talking post game that we 4-game streak on being post game and giving away sandwiches. This is the first time it's happened all year.
Oh, it has to be. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. I mean, I just saw that Primanti Brothers, stock has fallen a little bit because they've just we've given away so many free sandwiches they haven't been able to recover. So,
as long as there are Pittsburgh people out there, they will be making a profit.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll talk about what the Pirates in the top of the 10th, because that was also interesting. But let's get to the bottom of the 10th. Pirates have a 2-1 lead. Doesn't start out great. We get a single to left field, where Jack Suwinski
generously called a single.
Yeah, sorry, an error by Jack Suwinski and Leo Piguero, where I don't know what Suwinski was doing. Maybe he saw the eclipse again.
Don't feel bad. Neither did he.
Yeah. Maybe he saw the eclipse again and like he just lost it in the sun. But that drops. And so at that point, you're thinking, Yastrzemski lays on the sacrifice bunt. So now you got 1 out, runner at third, and you're thinking, I like Matson. I don't know about you, I like Matson, but we're probably going into the 11th at least. And then he just comes back between Patrick Bailey and all-star Helio Ramos and makes both of them look silly with 2 swinging strikeouts. Absolute nails for Isaac Mattson. Like, absolute nails. Imagine if we had Isaac Mattson instead of Colin Holderman last year. I mean, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we're not so angry this time because we could have made the playoffs, right? So
exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was clutch to close out the game right there. What did you see for Matson today?
Listen, I think the biggest thing is just his aggression, right? I mean, this is it. Hit it if you can. He's not being deceptive. He's not trying to sneak anything past anybody. He is just like, this is my fastball. It's not necessarily a special fastball, but you can't hit it, sucker. So yeah, he just keeps pumping them in there. And so far, so good.
I mean, it looks pretty special to me. I mean, if no one can touch it, that's a pretty special fastball.
I don't know if he has great extension. I'm not sure what it is. I do know that he and I were from the same area, about 40 miles apart. So it might be just something in the water. So yeah, I'm going to start claiming him as my own. Now he was born when I was 77 years old, but still.
Yeah, I mean, it's a legacy thing. Like you can claim him.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. My
but
guy, my new
I mean,
guy.
yeah, I mean, like you're saying, like he was like an indie ball. He shouldn't be here, and he has just come up. He's a local, went to Pitt. What a cool story for Isaac Mattson, because like again, like I don't think in most situations he doesn't make it this far, and when he keeps dealing. It's so cool to see every time, and every single time comes waiting like, well, surely this time he gives up the run. The only time he's been hit is like that absurd like 3-run home run by Colt Keith that was like a foot above his head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's right. I mean, when he came up, we thought it was a nice story, and then he had a little success, but we've had a lot of those guys that have come and gone, that aren't here a whole season, that sort of come in, we burn them up for some innings, we pitch them 73 innings in a 2-inning, or 73 pitches in a 2-inning, blowout or something, and would never to be seen again. But he just came, he started out pitching in the fifth, sixth inning type thing. And next thing he's moving up to the eighth, and none of us are mad about it. And now he's pitching the final 2 innings, the ninth and 10th innings of a 1-1 game when he came in. And, you're fully confident that he can get it done. Mm-hmm. Right. You're not like, oh no, why'd they bring him in? Or it's any of that stuff. It's like, let's go.
Yeah. And it's even better because it probably wasn't like the ideal to pitch him 2 innings, but Ferguson gets traded during the game. We'll probably talk a little bit about Ferguson at the end. Santana's probably not available. You're probably not pitching Bednar just because he's been pitching a lot. And again, you're probably trying to save him for trades. And so it's kind of like, these 2 innings are yours. You're going to get us through this. And it wasn't even like you broke a sweat. It was just that easy. And he wasn't phased. He had 2 runners on in scoring position, up 1, and it didn't matter. He approached it the same way, and I just love that about him.
Yeah, I mean, I fully expected Bednar to come in, which he didn't pitch yesterday. You would seem to it says to me that he's probably involved in some conversations at this point. So
yeah,
whatever. Matson stepped up, got it done. I'm happy for him. But, he has obviously stayed faithful to the grind. Like you said, independent ball. He's moved around, and boy, he's carved out a spot for himself in this bullpen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we go into the next year, and Isaac Mattson's in the bullpen. I'm quite pleased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I am too. And one more thing before we get to our friends of Bet Online, I do agree. I think the fact that Bednar is not in the game today, I'm afraid we might have seen the last of him in a Pirates uniform. I don't want to say for sure, but it definitely feels like that. It definitely feels like the Pirates are not like too keen on trying to get him any more innings before the trade deadline.
Right. Take no chances there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We have a terrible general manager, so you really can't count on anything. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do the sensible, whatever. We've covered this ground a million times. So I have no idea what's going to happen. We'll stay tuned, and NS9 will keep you informed.
Yes, we will. Also, just want to shout out Yinzer here for the little Bucko sweep, 199. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yinzer.
Just the difference between this year, where we faced a bunch of West Coast teams near the deadline and everything, versus like last year, is like night and day. And man, you just kind of think, if only these 6 games were last August.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if only if these games were similar to, our other road games this year. What are we, like 2-79 on the road or something? So, I mean, this 5 out of 6, and quite frankly, should have won that first game. You could not score 1 run in regulation. So, but whatever, 5 out of 6, you cannot complain about that. You'll take it every single time. We play teams on the road that are better than us. They are better. They have better players, and they have better general managers and better organizations. So to take 5 out of 6 and to be headed to Colorado, it's a nice little stretch. If I don't understand what happened with the White Sox in Pittsburgh, it still makes no sense to me. But here we are.
And I'm a petty man, but I still hate the Giants after 2014. So, and basically forcing them to sell feels pretty good. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Like I think we permanently moved them into the sell category, and that's sweet. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of the game. Talk about
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We just got swept by the Pirates. Sell everybody.
yeah. I mean, there are rumors that Devers might be traded. Like, it gets crazy. But
well, can I comment a little bit on that?
Yeah.
Our announcers keep going over how, gosh, that Devers is not hitting as well in San Francisco, a pitcher's park, as he was in Fenway Park and playing all those games in the American League East. I don't understand how people can't figure that out, right? It's like, that's where, let's go get a Red Sox hitter that, is only good in Fenway Park, and then wonder what's going to happen to him when he comes to PNC. So yes, Devers has gone to a much tougher hitting environment, and yes, he is struggling. I have no doubt he'll figure it out, but it's like, there's no mystery in this, man. Fenway is a hitter's park.
Devers would feast in PNC. That is lefty's paradise. But
listen, Brian Hayes is going to hit better for Cincinnati simply because it's Great America Small Park, right? Some of those.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Right.
No, he can't lift the ball.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me because it's not real, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, thank you to Cyrus. Matson says, here is 95 in your kitchen. Good luck. Yeah. And it's crazy because like you would think that like in a league where people are pumping 100, like it's just crazy. It's crazy this works, but it's so cool. Also, wow, Sean Hooper.
Sean,
thank you so much for the
Sean
$20.
Was at the game with the broom, if I remember correctly.
He was at the game, and now what a man.
Yeah. And thank you, Sean. And listen, we'll see you at the parade, buddy. You will be the featured.
Bob should have been stopping Ben from making these trades today. Hey, we're buyers now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why are we trading Why are we trading Hayes? Why are we trading Fruity? We're running this back.
Yeah, exactly. We're still in it. We have a chance.
Thank you so much, Sean. That was a really generous donation. Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you, Yinzer. Thank you to all who donate. Let's quickly get through this so we can talk about the rest of the game. BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and with football season around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline, the game starts here. So, not only do you have a nice sweep with the Giants, it's an eventful day with a lot of trades. But you did mention this, and we'll go back to it because it really today should not have been a win. It's Mike Burrows versus Logan Webb. And my word was Logan Webb dealing early in this one. But Mike Burrows goes toe-to-toe with him. And Logan Webb finishes the day 5.2 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, 9 runners allowed. Burrows goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 earned run, and 7 strikeouts. This is crazy.
Yeah, Webb came into the game having allowed 16 runs in his last 15 innings. And of course, the Pirates are the tonic, that cure all ails of any pitcher. So, not at all surprised to see him get well against the Pirates. But, he did, he was going up against Mike Burrows. And Mike Burrows is no joke. He is pitching fantastic. And he was so overlooked. He's been so overlooked. He had to have Tommy John surgery, and so we forgot about him. We brought him up for a little cup of coffee last year. I think he got the win. Or I don't know. He had a little outing. He did well, whatever. And, he struggled his first couple starts. He had Joey Bart catching, and then they let Henry Davis catch him. And for, I think, every start since except one. And he's been very, very effective. And again, you feel very good about I was going to say going into next season, but you feel very good about going into the playoffs with him this year as we're making our playoff run. That changeup is nasty, and he's not scared. And that's a nice combo there. Logan Webb was really good. I mean, again, against another team, Logan Webb would have given up 7 runs. I mean, he was putting guys on base, but, he was easily striking. I mean, we had that classic Pirate inning. Nick Gonzalez leads off with a single. And then the next two guys are Suwinski and Davis, who strike out with, probably on 6 pitches. And then we get another single, but it's just a little too late. Next guy gets out. And it's the Pirate. It's funny because we watched the Giants play some small ball throughout the game today. And I don't understand why you're not doing something in that regard with when you've got Suwinski. Davis had not had a hit, since June 3rd or something, until later in the game. And Suwinski, I have no more questions about Jack Suwinski. Do you? I mean, I don't think he can play. I
I
don't
mean,
know why you wouldn't just bring up somebody like Nick York and plug him out there and see what, whatever.
I haven't had questions about Jack Suwinski for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean that's
I'm,
the thing.
I'm
He
surprised he's
has
still here.
answered them. He has answered them emphatically.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing for me that was really most impressive is like that changeup is so dirty. I'm not sure I would agree that for our playoff run this year that I'd be giving Burrows the ball in any playoff games yet. But I mean, it's just so impressive. He's really stretching the limits of like how far you can go with not a great fastball, but just an absolutely filthy changeup. And again, like the 7 strikeouts. I know the Giants haven't been very good recently. They've been one of the worst teams in baseball, but man, you're talking about like going up against Devers, going up against Chapman, and he looked perfectly at home today. It looked like he had been there for 5 years. It doesn't look like he was a rookie.
But his last 2 starts, he's gone 6 innings. He did not go 6 innings one time in the minors this year. Did not go 6 innings in his first several starts with the Pirates. And now, as the season wears on, as he's thrown more and more pitches, as the summer heat has come along, again, he's going 6 innings, and I'm not entirely, sure that he couldn't go 7. So I'm enjoying watching it. It's going to be fun while it lasts. Hopefully it's sustainable. The league will get some scouting reports that they'll know to be looking for that changeup and see how he reacts.
But he did get at least one whiff with 5 different pitches today, most with the changeup. The fastball still gets hit hard. So like today, the average exit velocity on his fastball is 101. And I feel like he's really going to either have to adopt some more secondary pitches to stick around, or this fastball is going to have to become a sinker, 2-seamer, something like that, get some run on it. Because as of this moment, this is not a major league fastball. And he can get away with it for now, like he did today. And like I don't want to take anything away from him. He has earned the ability to keep pitching, even when we trade guys. Like even when he has earned his spot in the rotation.
Oh, absolutely.
But that said, you can't just be a changeup guy and be a major league starter. So I'm interested to see how he develops.
Thank you, Yinzer.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for the 5.
Yeah, being a Royals fan is probably very similar to being a Pirates fan, but at least they had Bobby Witt Jr.
And they won.
And when it was time to go for it, they did go for it. So
yeah, yes, they did. So the offense was bad. Not surprising. It's not a good offense.
Yeah. So.
The one moment that really stuck to me, though, is when we finally get the bases loaded. We've grinded. I think this was in the 5th inning. Nick Gonzalez comes up. We have the bases loaded. Things are looking really good. Yes, in the 5th inning, and he grounds into a double play that doesn't even make it to the pitcher's mound.
That was Gonzalez, right?
That was Gonzalez, and I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, we've grinded this hard against Logan Webb. We've gotten the bases loaded, and we do that. I'm just like, Gonzalez is not supposed to be the guy who does that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's the problem with this team, right? Like I said, we had a leadoff single, 2 strikeouts, and then another single and another out. And then we get the bases loaded, and one of the better hitters, a top 3 or 4 hitter on the team, grounds into a double play, and not grounds into a double play, a comebacker to the pitching man. The pitcher had to come forward and get it, wasn't hard hit. And yeah, if this team, given the makeup of this team, we need to use our outs wisely and effectively. And we have not done that because we still think, we're the 27 Yankees with Murderers Row for some reason. And we're still taking that approach when we need to be bunting and stealing and hitting and running and, going the other way out. We need to be doing all that stuff. We need to, to be like the Billy Martins, Billy Ball teams, or the Go-Go Cardinals of Whitey Herzog, or some of those teams. But
to be fair, like we had one extra base hit today out of our 7 hits, Horowitz double.
Yeah.
And we had 7 walks. So the small ball is kind of already there, in terms of like, getting singles, getting walks, just getting on base. It's really just like not getting the runs across. So whatever happens when we get into scoring position, we were 0 for 12 today. I don't know if you believe in like the clutch gene, Doug, but if it doesn't exist, this team doesn't have it.
No, and I mean, again, this team and sort of, I think, leads the league in singles that only advance a runner 1 base.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get a guy on first and hit another single and he go to third. No, he goes to second, and then the next guy hits a single, and those 2 guys move to second and third. We're not scoring on second base on a single. We're not walking another guy and then hitting a single to bring him in. We're hitting infield singles and that sort of thing. So so it, like I said, until they become more effective with their outs and more effective with their singles, 2-1, they're going to have to win those games, and there's no margin for error. Our pitchers need to be lights out and perfect every game, and that's a lot to ask from a pitching staff, especially as we approach August and the dog days of summer.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the issue is like we kind of do play small ball, but we also have a really old and slow team. And so like we can't really take advantage of like all the singles and all the walks that we do get, because like outside of guys like Cruz, there's not a whole lot of speed here.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing small ball, but not on purpose, right? It's not our intent. It's just the result that we're getting. These guys aren't up there looking for singles. They're all still looking, for home runs, and most of them, the best they can get are infield singles. And I think that's the problem. I mean, I think they need to have an approach of small ball, of moving runners and stuff, instead of like, oh, that just happened to squirt past the shortstop, but not far enough to advance anybody. He went off his glove, but he was able to track it down type thing. I don't think that's ever been the intention. They're all swinging for the fences still. So yeah, and they have been better at drawing walks, and they have struck out a little bit less. But again, if you're not with intent, taking this approach, and like you said, get a single, strikeout, single, you're not going to get much done.
No. But like even the second time we scored runs, like in the 10th, there wasn't some incredible offensive display. So let's talk about the 10th inning. So we talked about the bottom of the 10th because Isaac Mattson deserves all the flowers, player of the game. But we kind of got gifted a run in the 10th, I'd say. Nick Gonzalez grounds out, but it is a productive out. He moves
Cruz to
third. And then, we not a fan of Jack Suwinski. I think we both publicly said that we don't want him on this team. But that was a very impressive at-bat. The fall behind 0-2, work a 9-pitch walk, kept fouling stuff off. Ryan Walker really wanted to hit that outside corner. Suwinski wouldn't let him. That was a good at-bat from Jack Suwinski in an actual clutch moment.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it absolutely was much better than the one, again, earlier in the game when, like I said, Gonzalez led off with a single and he just struck out, looking like that was his plan. I'm just going to go up here and not, going up here and I'm going to strike out.
I was surprised he got the at-bat, but I guess they don't want to give – they don't want Tommy Pham to get hurt. I imagine is the philosophy there. They don't want Tommy Pham to get hurt. So right. Suwinski got the at-bat.
Isn't that 2 games in a row Pham hasn't played?
I think so.
Yeah, he didn't play last night. Yeah. So, it does seem like they are actively shopping him.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see Tommy Pham take another at-bat in a Pirates uniform again. And then Henry Davis grounds out. And I don't know what the heck Ryan Walker's thinking, trying to turn 2 there. But he tries to turn 2. And they don't work. It doesn't work. Suwinski is running on the play. He gets into second safely. They get the out at first, but we do get the second crucial run that gets us the win. So I guess that's a little bit of small ball, creating a little chaos on the base paths. We had Suwinski running on contact and all that. Does that count?
Yeah, I suppose. Like I said, I'm not sure that was exactly the intention, but yeah, Fam did play for last night. He was 3 for 4. Adam, thank you for correcting me. I did that post game. I should have remembered that. But yeah, they start running together after a while. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, your original point. I think your point still stands. Is that right? They're shopping him today and want to make sure nothing happens. But yeah, I mean, it was. The Giants have played very piratey this weekend defensively and have given us just enough gifts that we got out of there with a sweep. Um, and I said this last night, and we've seen it from all the other teams. The fundamental baseball just is not a thing anymore, right? I mean, it really comes down to walk, the 3 true outcomes type thing, and pitching as good as it's ever been, and hitting's as bad as it's ever been, and um, yeah, and so you're almost counting. I mean, it reminds me so much in Little League. I always took the extra base. Why? Because do I really think this 11-year-old is going to make the play? I don't think so. I'm going to press the action, and that seems like what a lot of teams are able to do now, because it seems like it's really difficult for a guy to make a throw or make the right play or make the right decision, and we can take advantage of it as other teams do to us.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I don't know. Do you want to talk about anything else during the game, or do you want to? Anyone else you want to?
Yeah. Majinski deserves a little love too. I think it was 6 up, 6 down, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. But
he had 1 hit.
Okay, so all right.
No strikeouts, only 1 hit, no walks. Yeah, again, it's almost. I wonder who's been pounding the table for months, telling Ben Cherington that Majinski's a reliever. But another really good outing from him in the pen. I'll give us a little bit of love to Horwitz, who reaches base 3 times. Does have 2 strikeouts today, but only extra base hit of the day. Just need that OPS to keep crawling upward. It's now at
682. 682. Touch 697. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's
the steady climb to 700 is upon us. I guess we're not going to do an emergency podcast because it's not really worth it. I'll ask you this before we start handing out sandwiches. First impression of the Caleb Ferguson trade?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm guessing we got another lottery ticket type player. I liked what Ferguson did while I was here, and I was just at the Hall of Fame ceremony. There were a ton of Seattle fans there, great fans there. They're there cheering on. Who just went to the Hall of Fame for Seattle? Oh my God, I'm losing it. Ichiro, sorry. So yeah, they're there for Ichiro, and they when they introduced Griffey and Edgar Martinez and Randy Johnson, they went nuts. They were really nice people. If Seattle wins it all and Ferguson has a great part in it, I'd be thrilled. Seattle's never been to a World Series, and so it won't bother me if they win like some of these other teams. Like it bothers me with almost every other team.
I think I would be a little bit bothered just because I need a team that suffers more than we do. So
I don't think there is a team that suffers more than we do, Neil.
Yeah, you never know. The Mariners.
I don't think the Detroit Lions, who have suffered more than we have, perhaps in another sport, are going to get invited. So
no, that's fair. I mean, to be fair,
it could be
Caleb Ferguson trade. You're not going to get much for a lefty swingman. So Jeter Martinez seems like the guy who got you targeted in these type of trades. Like a lot of good stuff, like high strikeout stuff. He throws 100. But he walks a lot of people, and his ERA isn't very good. So very much a project for the pitching development team, but it's not really news breaking. It's a whatever trade, but it's a fun lottery ticket.
He does have a great name too. So
yeah, I feel like if you're named Jeter and you go into baseball, it's kind of like setting yourself up for failure.
Oh yeah.
Like the expectation, Jeter Downs is out of baseball. I'm pretty sure like he didn't pan out. But hopefully we have our own Jeter that we want to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we are at 104 entries.
Okay,
So
you guys are brilliant. You're
so
brilliant. Love our chat.
I'm gonna give everyone a couple seconds to drop a hashtag raise it if they have not done so already.
I want Juan Soto back for Dennis Santana. Do not trade Dennis Santana. Sorry. Okay.
I think, yeah. Again, I know I'm alone here, but I think I'd trade Bednar before I trade Santana. All right, we are.
I mean, it's just from on the Pirates' perspective, money, I mean, is part of that conversation. So,
and well, let's see who the first people who win are in the post-Brian Hayes era. We'll start. Kevin and ABQ.
Kevin and Albuquerque.
Yeah, congrats.
I think I saw you buying meth on Breaking Bad. Was that you?
Hopefully,
congratulations, Kevin and Albuquerque.
Congrats, Kevin. Just download the Primanti Bros app. Contact us at North Shore 9 socials, and we will get those sandwiches over to you. We will do one more.
Let's do it again.
Brett Gray.
I think those are two new winners to me. I mean, perhaps they won before, but hopefully they're first-time winners. You guys know the drill. Email us, reach out to us. Make sure you download the Primanti Brothers app. And congratulations and bon appetit.
Yeah, do you think they have Primanti's in Albuquerque?
I'm sure they don't.
It's a little bit far out there.
Yeah, they've got one in Fort Lauderdale. So.
That's crazy.
But that doesn't help you in Albuquerque, right?
No, I can't believe they go to Fort Lauderdale. Well, anything else, Doug?
No. I mean, again, the Pirates deserve some credit. This is 5 in a row. I think that's the longest winning streak of the year. I mean, it just about has to be because we barely win 2 in a row.
I think this is our second 5-game win streak.
All right. So, and the day off tomorrow, I think I needed as much as or more than the Pirates players. So enjoy your day off from the Pirates tomorrow, people, and be back here Friday with us. And we will be
we'll be covering all the trade deadline stuff.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow, definitely NSN Live tomorrow. They will, and keep your eye out for emergency podcasts. But the big three will be definitely recapping everything tomorrow night. You had a day with the B team, so we thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining. And everyone can come and join me in congratulating Don Kelly for meeting 2024 Derek Shelton records. So congratulations, Don. Donnie Ball is alive and well.
What's his overall record now? Is what?
I don't know.
I think he's a game under 500 at this point.
I think he's like.
Oh, they'll be live tonight at 9 o'clock.
I think he's like 4 or 5 games under 500. Oh, we'll be live tonight at 9 p.m.
Tonight at 9 o'clock. So, it's very likely that we'll be doing something tomorrow after the deadline because the Pirates will more than likely do something, and they often wait till the last, till 5:59 p.m. So, I would expect to see the boys again.
You are correct. It is 35 and 36.
35 and 36.
All right, he is squarely in. 23 and 24 Derek Shelton territory. So congratulations. Anyway,
lean in, Neil. Lean.
Oh, I will. I am. I'm going to take this at the grave. Anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow. See you all tonight. Have a good night, everyone.
Tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of the weekend. Thank you, everybody.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.